Hello everyone and welcome to another random bits and pieces segment for my brain, and today, sit a while for we are playing some more NHL21 franchise that used to have really accurate rosters and now not so much. So today is January 9th and Corey Crawford announced his retirement after signing a 2-year contract with the Devils. So that's a little weird, but I mean, I guess if he's not feeling it, he's not feeling it. But I'm sure the Devils had made plans to have Crawford in net, so that kind of screws them over, I suppose. But anyway, so we're in the last stretch here. We have, 4 games left to play. If we lose a point or Columbus gains a point, we are officially eliminated from the playoffs. I did the math. We can go ahead and look at our best, which is Dadonov. So Dadonov had a pretty decent season, 70 points in 78 games. That's nothing to sneeze at. It's not that far from a point per game. Definitely wasn't expecting that strong of a season. I wasn't expecting that strong of a season from Chris Tierney either. So that, there's a few players that had interesting numbers. Brady Tkachuk kind of stalled, not too happy with that, but anyway. And then in the league, the leader is is it still Stamkos? Oh yeah, 105 points for Stamkos. Ovechkin is close, he has 99. Then Kuznetsov 96, McKinnon, Eichel, Crosby, Forsberg, McDavid, and John Carlson. So John Carlson, definitely the best defenseman point-wise in the league. He has 86 points in 79 games. That is pretty good. Other than that, there's not a whole lot to look at. I mean, it's the start of April, so there's no trades or anything like that to look at. So only other thing really is the progress reports. Alright, so I'm not gonna say all of the numbers, they are on the screen here, but Shabbat is now at 87, so that's good. Batterson really improved, that's good. Then in the system, Logan Brown really improved, that's good, he needs it in real life too. Mad Sogard improved quite a bit, that's good. Then Ridley Gregg is still the guy that improved the most out of everybody as far as the number of points gained, with 25 points, so it's pretty good. So we're going to go ahead and play those 4 games. I do not expect to be in the playoffs. For those 4 games, the magic score for me to play in the third period is tied at 2 after 2. So it's a pretty likely scenario, actually. So if that happens in one of those games here, we are going to see some gameplay. Alright, so let's go ahead and play against the Lightning. Let's take a look at injuries. Alright, so we have Zaitsev, that's not coming back until the end of the season, so season over for Zaitsev. And then Tampa Bay is without Alex Killorn, out for the rest of the regular season as well. Now Tampa Bay is probably going to go in the playoffs, I'm pretty sure. With a record of 51, 20, and 7, they sure are, so Killorn is going to come back during the playoffs for the Lightning. Alright, so Tampa Bay is in town. Let's see here. So no score after 1. We're down 1 after 2 here. Tampa Bay scored 1 goal. So it will have Mathieu Joseph scoring on Matt Murray. So Tampa Bay is up 1-0 here after 2. Oh, we tied the game in the third period with Artem Zub scoring on Vasilevsky. Right, sorry. And then we're heading into overtime. Nobody scored in overtime. Then we're going in the shootout. I totally expect Tampa Bay to win in the shootout. And they did. Stamkos scored the only shootout goal and gave Tampa Bay a 2-1 lead here, so that officially eliminates us from the playoffs. Right, so our lone goal was Artem Zub from Dadonov and Brandstrom. Right, so now we're playing for jobs and pride and whatnot until the end of the season here. Alright, so we have a day off here before we play 2 games on the road, back-to-back. First one against the Rangers. So we're going to go ahead and sim all the way there. Alright, so the Rangers are 30, 38, and 11. So we are a little bit better than them. We are 4-5-1 in our last 10. They are 4-4-2, so pretty similar there as well. So let's see. Alright, Zaitsev's out for us. Lindgren out for the Rangers. Not coming back this year. He's out until June. Alright, let's go ahead and sim this game here. Against the Rangers. And we are down 2-1 here after 1. So Kravtsov scored for the Rangers. Then Galchenyuk tied the game for us. But Lafreniere scored here to give the Rangers a 2-1 lead here after 1. And then the Rangers scored 3 more goals here in the second period. Zibanejad scored, Hayek scored, and Di Giuseppe scored. So it is now 5-1 Rangers after 2. We are not looking too good. We scored once in the third period, but so did they. So Colin White scored. It was 5-2 at that point, but Zibanejad scored a short-handed goal. That was it. Alright, let's take a look at who got assists. And so Galchenyuk from Connor Brown and Chris Tierney. And then Colin White scored his 15th from Dadonov. Colin White was out for a long time and he still has 15 goals. Alright. Now we're going to go ahead and sim one more day. Now we're going to be in Buffalo to play against the Sabres. Sabres have a very impressive 53-22-5 record. They are very, very, very good this year. Oh, Riley got hurt, so we have Mike Riley and Zaitsev hurt, so I'm going to need to recall somebody, I am afraid. What about Buffalo? Is Buffalo healthy? Is that why they're winning so much? Oh, Curtis Lazar, former Ottawa Senator Curtis Lazar, that ate a hamburger off the ice. Probably his highlight as a senator, sadly. And then Olofsson might play injured, but Lazar is not going to be there to play against his former team. Right, do I need to recall a defenseman? No, we're good. So we have Wolanen with Gottbrandsson, Brandstrom with Julius Anka, and Thomas Chabot with Artem Zub. Alright, so we're good here. We are good. No need to recall somebody. The coach is not playing like Nick Paul on D or some weird stuff. So we can go ahead and sim this game. Alright. Oh, we are down 4-2 here after 1. Alright, so Taylor Hall scored the first goal of the game, then Sam Reinhart, Tage Thompson scores. It was 3-0 Buffalo. We scored twice after that, came back, so Thomas Chabot scored, then Chris Tierney scored like, what, 16 seconds later or something? Then Eric Stahl scored for the Buffalo Sabres, so we are down 4-2 after 1. We are down 6-2 after 2. God, what's his name? Colin Miller, I think. Colin Miller scored for Buffalo, and then Taylor Hall, so it's 6-2 after 2. We scored once in the third. Colin White scored, but it is too little too late, so we're not... Looks like we've given up on the season. We are not really playing very well. I shall take notes. Thomas Chabot scored from Dadonov, then Tierney from Galchenyuk and Connor Brown, and then Colin White from Dadonov and Brady Tkachuk. Alright. Right, and then we have one day off, and then we conclude the season at home against the Columbus Blue Jackets. Right, so Columbus is 42, 31, and 8. They are 5-3 and 2 in their last 10. We are 2-7 and 1. So yeah, that very bad end to the season cost us a potential playoff spot. I should say that there was nothing that was going to be a certainty there. Okay, so Riley and Zaitsev still hurt. What about Columbus? Oh, they are already healthy and heading into the playoffs, more than likely, so good for them. Alright, so last game of of the first season. Are we gonna see some gameplay? Potentially. So we are down 2-1 here after one. So Texie scored the first goal of the game, then Thomas Chabot tied, and then Cam Atkinson gave the Blue Jackets here a 2-1 lead after one. Oh, I thought that I would get to play, but I don't. Dubois scored for the Columbus Blue Jackets, made it 3-1. Then Artem Zub brought us back to within one. We are down 3-2 here after two. And we lost 4-2. Gavrikov scored here in the third period. Alright, so Chabot from Tkachuk and Dadonov, and then Zub scored his 10th from Chabot and Dadonov. So that's pretty much it. Alright, so this is all we have ended as far as our stats and everything. So of course Dadonov was our best player. Tierney 61 points, that's pretty good. Tkachuk 47 points, that's pretty much in line with his previous seasons, but he has less goals, so that's a little worrisome here. I need for Brady Tkachuk to score goals. Then, you know, a lot of unremarkable performances. Colin White, pretty decent season. I mean, keep in mind he's lost a lot of, you know, time due to injury. 37 points in 57 games, that's not bad at all. So Colin White might be heading to having, you know, a good off season or something. Right, so I don't know how NHL21 handles like the playoffs or anything like that. I would like to go with day by day so that we can follow the matchups and everything. So I guess we're gonna go ahead and see here. Like, is there a playoff 3 somewhere? Like in here, maybe? Okay, it hasn't been generated yet. I'm gonna click on Advanced Day. Good job, I expect goals to be accomplished when I set them. Keep doing this and you'll be a shoo-in for an extension when the time comes. Yay! Past, I would like you to be within 800,000 of the player's salary budget I set of 61.177. I've added 50,000 to your available funds to use this year. Hey, thanks. Oh, I don't want to sim the entire off-season here, so I'm not gonna do that. Oh, okay, so we have the matchups here. Okay, that's kind of cool. But I'm gonna go ahead and look at the tree. That's gonna look a little bit better. And the favorite appears to be the Buffalo Sabres. So let's see. So in the West, we have Winnipeg against the Colorado Avalanche. Dallas is going to face Nashville. Calgary against Vancouver in an all-Canadian matchup. And then Edmonton against St. Louis. In the East, we have Carolina against Columbus. Washington against Boston. Ooh, Tampa Bay against Toronto. That's a pretty strong matchup there. And then Buffalo against Pittsburgh. So we missed the playoffs, and so did the Montreal Canadiens. with all of those additions and everything that they made, like Josh Anderson and everything, I had all of their lineups pretty much accurate except for Frolik and Corey Perry, I guess, because they were added after I started. Well, they missed the playoffs again. So let's advance day by day and take a quick look here. I'm not gonna go like super slow or anything like that, but I do want to move this along. So we're gonna advance one day. Alright, so looks like Buffalo, Washington 1, Edmonton and Dallas 1. Okay. So Edmonton is up 2-0 against St. Louis. Buffalo is up 2-0 against Pittsburgh, and Washington is up 2-0 against Boston. Alright. There's quite a few series that are up 2-0 here. Oh, I don't think... Oh, both Buffalo and Washington are up 3-0 in their first round matchup. Can we add other teams to that? No, there's two teams that are up 3-0 and then all the other series are 2-1. Alright, so is Buffalo and Washington done here? Washington eliminated Boston in 4. And Pittsburgh finally won a game here against Buffalo. 2-2, 2-2, 3-1, 3-1, 3-4-0, 2-2, 2-2. Wow. Lots of 2-2 series now. Gonna go ahead and sim further. Alright, so Buffalo won 4-1 their series. Oh, St. Louis Blues came back from behind. They are now up 3-2 in their series against the Oilers. Oh, lots of 3-2. Dallas eliminated Nashville 4-1. Alright, so Dallas, Buffalo, and Washington are going to the second round. Add the St. Louis to that. Alright. And then 4 other series can end. They are 3-2. Ooh. Alright, so Calgary advances against Vancouver. And then Columbus advances past Carolina. And then there's 2 series that are tied at 3 here. Okay, still 3-3 there. Still 3-3 there. There you go. You should be both playing. Yep. Alright, let's take a look now at the new tree so that we can see a little bit better. The favorite is still the Buffalo Sabres. So Dallas is gonna now face Winnipeg. Winnipeg 1-7 against the Avalanche, and then Calgary against St. Louis. Then in the East we have Washington against Columbus and Buffalo against the Tampa Bay Lightning. Who's going to win the Stanley Cup in our first season? I don't know. Alright, let's advance the day. Did they even play? Nobody played. Alright. What about now? Everybody played now. So Washington and Buffalo, Calgary and Dallas both won the first game of their series. Alright, so Buffalo is up 2-0 in their series. Dallas is up 2-0 and Calgary is up 2-0 as well. Washington and Columbus are tied at 1. Alright, let's go ahead and move forward here. Oh, all the series are 2-1 now. Alright. Now let's see if some teams are going to face elimination. Washington faces elimination. Series tied between Buffalo and Tampa Bay, and Winnipeg and St. Louis both facing elimination here. Now, is that going to happen? Alright, so Calgary eliminates St. Louis in 5. And Columbus eliminates Washington in 5 as well. The other 2 series are 3-2. Alright, so Calgary doing pretty good here. Oh, already done, huh? Alright, so we're up to the conference finals. Dallas and Calgary in the West, and Tampa Bay and Columbus in the East. Now is Calgary going to bring the Stanley Cup back to Canada? Well, they're down 1-0, and Tampa Bay is up 1-0. A little bit of a feeling of déjà vu happening here, in a way. Dallas is up 2-0 against Calgary. Series tied at 1 between Lightning and the Columbus Blue Jackets. Dallas is up 3-0 in their series, and Columbus took a 2-1 lead against the Tampa Bay Lightning. Oh, an 8-2 win. Yikes. Alright, we're gonna see all of that when we get to the draft. Alright, so 2-1, okay, 3, okay. Alright, Dallas swept the Flames, and the Lightning just tied their series against Columbus. So Dallas is going to the Stanley Cup Finals, and they're going to face either the Columbus Blue Jackets or the Tampa Bay Lightning. Columbus is up 3-2 in that series. Stanley Cup Final between the Dallas Stars and the Columbus Blue Jackets. Alright, first game goes to Dallas 4-0 against Columbus. We take a 1-0 lead in the series. And they won the second game as well. I cannot see the score for some reason. So Dallas is up 2-0 in the series. Columbus need to win the next one. Ooh, Dallas won 3-2, and they are up 3-0 in the Stanley Cup Final. And now Columbus, it's do or die. Well, it was die. Alright, so Columbus got swept in the Stanley Cup Finals 4-0. So the Stanley Cup Finals in this first season of my franchise, the Stanley Cup goes to the Dallas Stars. Alright, so what I do want to look at the playoff and see who was the best in the playoffs. Alright, so the best player in the playoff was Kucherov, had 26 points in 18 games, even though his team didn't make it to the Stanley Cup Finals. Stamkos had 24. Cam Atkinson had a pretty strong playoff performance for the Blue Jackets, 22 points. Max Domi, 21 points. Pierre-Luc Dubois, 20 points. Oh, Scheifele, 19 points in 13 games. Best player for the Stars was Tyler Seguin with 18 points in 19 games. Alright, so let's look at the awards. Oh. Did they? Oh, I don't think they gave them. No, they did. Okay, yeah, they did. Okay, so the Art Ross goes to Leon Draisaitl. The Art goes to Draisaitl as well. Roman Josi. Oh no, wait. Okay, that's last year's. Yeah, okay. Calder, Makar. Okay, so I just thought that they repeated it. Okay, my bad. I don't know when they're gonna be given. I'd like to see. Oh, probably now that they did say that probably now that they did say the playoffs were over. There you go. Dallas Stars won the cup. That's it. Alright, so the Art Ross goes to Steven Stamkos. Art Memorial Trophy goes to Steven Stamkos as well. The Norris goes to John Carlson, as we saw he had a shitload of points. Lady Byng goes to Kuznetsov. The Calder goes to Lafreniere. The Connie Smythe went to Ben Bishop. Vezina to Koskinen in Edmonton. Wow, I don't think many people expected that. The Jennings to Koskinen. Bill Masterton to Zach Werenski. The Jack Adams goes to the fake Buffalo coach. The Selke goes to O'Reilly. Ted Lindsay goes to Steven Stamkos, and the Maurice Richard to Alexander Ovechkin. Alright, I think we are good now to move to the draft. Okay, the new salary cap is going to be 87 million. Of course, my owner might decide otherwise. Right, the draft lottery results. Oh, so we dropped one. We're going to be drafting 8. We dropped one because Arizona jumped up 5 spots. Alright, when I set goals at the beginning of the year, I expect them to be accomplished. However, I was disappointed with the result this time. I want us to average at least 70% concession fan happiness. Okay, so didn't get that. I'm about to see them. I don't need to go and check them right now. Yeah, I know. I'm not creating any hype whatsoever. Alright, let's take a look at who's retired. That I do want to see. Alright, so Marian Osa got tired and he's retired. So we're losing Marian Gaborik, so I mean it's not like he was playing anyway. Ryan Kessler retired. Derek Roy retires. Ron Ainsey retires. Andy Green, Tom Gilbert, Boychuk Polak, Maxime Lapierre, Cody McLeod, Eric Condra retires. Nicholas Bergfors, Milan Yurtsina, Andrew Ebbett, Ryan Wilson. A lot of those didn't play in the NHL in a very long time. Joachim Lindstrom. Nathan Page hasn't played in the NHL in a very, very long time. Vili Koistinen retires. Joel Lundqvist retires. Mark Fraser, Leonard Petrel, Philippe Dupuis, Mike Blunden. Wow, he also hasn't played in a while. Chris Mueller, Brett Sutter, Jarkko Imanen, Chris Bork, Pierre-Cédric Labrie, Petri Conciola, Mika Piorala, Shane Harper, John Matsumoto, Sean Ishka, Petteri Wirtanen, Mike Moore, Maxim Fortunus, Joe Finlay, Cody Kunik, Pat Kanani, Linus Klassen, Joe Piscula. Alright, so those guys have all retired. Looks like Zdeno Chara is going for another year then. I didn't see his name here. Just to make sure that I'm doing that right. Yep. Alright. Oh, the following coaches have retired. Okay. Retired players that are now a scout. So Ryan Kessler, Ron Insay, and Marian Gaborik are now scouts. Your players that are now a scout. The following players from your team are now a scout and are eligible for signing in the assign scout screen. Oh, yeah, sure. I mean, I can give Marian Gaborik a contract to. He's a B- as a coach. Yeah, why not? I do not mind having Marian Gaborik as a scout. Surely he's able to see talent. Draft interviews. Today is the day to conduct pre-draft interviews with prospects to uncover more scouting information. What would you like to do? Oh. Let's go here. Alright, so I'm going to go ahead and go with my scouting rank. Alright, so they think that Sergei Datsyuk or Aturatis should be taken first. Alright, so let's interview Sergei Datsyuk. Thank you so much for taking the time to interview me before the draft. I'm extremely nervous about the next few days. Hey, your English is pretty good, but you have, an accent. How is it that you have a French accent with a name like that? Alright. Okay, let's talk about the type of person you are. Yeah, that sounds like a good conversation opener. Sure, that works for me. Let's chat about what type of person I am. Okay, personality, new topic. How would you describe your personality? I don't tend to get very bent out of shape about anything, and I am very loyal. I think I have a well-rounded personality. Oh, so you're not going to try to, get more money out of me. Our owner is going to like that. I think we should chat about your style of play. I'm very interested to talk about my playing style. Can you give me a quick breakdown on how you play on the ice, or how ready do you think you are to play in the NHL? Oh. Yeah, let's go ahead and do that. I think I excel in making passes and using my vision to make plays. I like to dish the puck. Alright, how ready do you think you are to play in the NHL? I feel I am ready to make an impact in the NHL now. Wow. Alright, well, goodbye. I guess our time is up. Oh, look at him sucking up. Oh, I hope to be wearing your jersey come draft day. Alright, so he feels like he can play in the NHL right now. Okay, I think we should also interview this guy. Alright, so he's a left winger. Alright, Ratty. Thank you so much for taking the time to interview me before the draft. I am extremely nervous about the next few days. Alright, don't crap your pants. How would you describe your personality? I have high standards for myself and my team. I want to win at all costs. Oh, desire to win is a very high thing for him. Alright, so new topic. Alright, let's talk about your strengths and weaknesses. Okay. Well, since he's, slated to go close to first overall or something like that, we probably should see what he sees as a weakness in him. Okay, so you're not very physical. Okay. I know I shouldn't be interviewing those guys. I have no shot at drafting them, but... Alright. Alright, so he's a two-way forward, just like it was said there. And then I should interview a guy that's a little bit more around my range. Alright, so two-way forward, a passionate. Like maybe this guy here. We don't know much about Dylan Gunter. Or maybe this guy, Jonathan Martins. Scout recommendation. Okay, let's talk to him since the scouts want him. Cole Sillinger. Alright. Let's see what kind of person you are. I kind of like this little thing here. I'm a consummate professional. I get along with everyone. Professional. Okay. That's good. Skills. Greatest strength. It's got to be my skating. I think I'm faster than most. Can accelerate quickly and can turn on a dime. Alright. Then play style. Okay, so he's a playmaker. Right, so that was the 3 interviews that we could... Right, so skating is a strength, he's a playmaker, and he's a professional. Might not be a bad pick to take. Okay, we just don't know, like, his ceiling or anything like that. Alright, let's go ahead. I highly recommend you update your trading block before the draft. Sure thing. Oh, I don't want to put those guys on the... Okay. I'll put Galchenyuk there. I'll put Anders Nilsson there. I'll put Zaitsev there. Anisimov. Most of those guys don't have a whole lot of trade value. Right, it is time to do the draft. So what I'm gonna do is I'm going to do the draft, and I think I'm gonna stop here after that. So after the draft, I'm gonna stop, and then I'm gonna check the re-sign phase if I bring anybody back, which more than likely I probably won't. And then in the next video, we're gonna go ahead and do the free agent period all the way after preseason is my goal here. So let's go ahead and do the draft here. Alright, I'm not going to make a trade to try to go up. I'm going to go ahead and sim to my pick. Oh, so Anthropos, Abibulin, Wong, Datsuk, and Rati. Okay. So the guy that my... So that guy is available. So is this guy. And we have like really good scouting on him. Jonathan Martins, 6'3", 210, but he's a defensive defenseman. I think I'm gonna go with my scout recommendation here. I mean, he's slated by our scout to go 3 spots later, so it's not like a crazy overreach. Let's get Cole Sillinger. We are going to pick him. Alright, so here we're going with... It's gonna be a little bit tougher, I think. Alright, so... Let's see what we have here. Alright, so Aduk is a recommendation. Another playmaker, except it's a left winger. Roman Aduk, 6'3", 188, yeah. Alright, top 9. I'm gonna take him. Recommended by my scout. Oh, now we're picking here instead of the Columbus Blue Jackets. We have their pick. Alright, so... Okay, you're being recommended, but you're another playmaker. I think I would like something else. What do we know about you? You look like a playmaker to me. Oh god, you too. What do we know about Nelson Volk? He's a defenseman. Absolutely no report on him. Oh, that's what I wanted to do. Okay. Alright, so Kuznetsov. Maybe I'm gonna take Arneson. He's a sniper instead. Top 6. Alan Arneson. Okay, he's not really loyal. I'm still gonna take a flyer on him. There you go. Has there been any trades or anything? No. Yeah, another second round draft pick. Okay, who are we taking this time? Alright, so this is a scout recommendation. Jorge Wright. Shoots right, so the Sens don't... Okay, he shoots right, but he's a lefty. Huh, okay. Potentially elite, but probably not. Defensive defenseman. Or we can go with this guy, which we know very little about. Alright, let's take the scout recommendation. So we did get a defenseman this time. Right, sim options. another sniper that this time my scouts are recommending. Likachev. Let's get him. Well, let's take a look at what we know about him. Nothing to report. 4 years away. Yeah, that's fine. Okay, send to next pick. We're in the 6th round now. So we might get really lucky and get a player that is like higher rated than what he is. And so two-way forward Christian Steen is a scouting recommendation. Center didn't get a point. Pretty good size. He's a righty. He's a very passionate person, but gets emotional at times. He is driven to win, not to whine. Well, let's get you. Yeah, I'm relying on my scouts a lot, I know. There's nothing wrong with that. There's, you know, their pick is as good as mine. So we're supposed to stay along with Peary. Oh, there's been trades here. Canucks have made some news around related to this. They have picked up Savard, David Savard. Foligno has been dealt to the Nashville Predators. Which Foligno? Is it Nick? I'm gonna need to look at that. Now I am curious. Alright, so what do we have here? We have a sniper that's a right wing, and I do need a right wing to reach the quota that they want me to have, or I have a lefty that could be a... Okay, and it could be a gem. Inglis could be a gem. So do I want to... I didn't pick a lot of defensemen. Oh, he plays for the same team as the other one I got. Well, hopefully he's not an enforcer. Oh, well, let's take a look at what information we have. He only played 3 games. 5 years away. We don't have a whole lot of information, but it has a little gem thing there, and it's a scout recommendation. I just hope he's not an enforcer. And then we're done. Alright, so I did pick up some players. So Selinger, Aduk, Arneson, Wright, Likachev, Steen, and Inglis. Alright, and now we are up to the re-sign phase, but I do want to look at those trades. God, there's been quite a bit, so... Alright, so Detroit got 2 picks from Anaheim for a pick. Pick trading between Minnesota and Anaheim. Kings and Anaheim traded picks as well. Wow, Anaheim just didn't want their picks or something. Alright, so Vancouver got David Savard and a pick from the Columbus Blue Jackets for a pick. Nashville got Nick Foligno and a pick for a pick from Columbus. Then 2 picks traded to Columbus for 1, and then Brandon Peary and a 6th-round draft pick go to the Devils for a pick. Then picks traded again between the LA Kings and the Sharks. Alright. Alright, so I sit here, and yeah, I'm going to go ahead and do what I said I was going to do. So I'm going to go ahead and end the video here. In the next episode, we're probably going to be starting at July 1st. The resign phase I can do offline and just say what it is that I did. I believe we're going to have a very different look next year. So I'm going to go ahead and save the game. So that's taken care of, and I'm gonna go ahead and stop here for today. So as usual, I do want to thank you for tuning in, and if you've liked the video, please feel free to like, subscribe, share, comment, all of that good stuff. And until I roll this game again, I'll see you guys next time. Thank you.